Okay, so here we are. Let's try this one more time. We have some problems with StreamYard, some technical difficulties. I'm gonna do this next time, probably on Wirecast, because it seems to be a little bit more robust in StreamYard. But since I'm trying this in StreamYard, we're gonna continue with it and see what happens. Anyway, what we was trying to do is show a few little things in Adobe Express, and then you can go over to YouTube.com, Steppers Express, and see the full tutorial. So we don't want you to sleep on Express. So let me do something right quick while we're here. Let's change this. Let's change this right quick. Adobe Express. This is usually a very user-friendly program. So let's save that. So now we got Adobe Express. But anyway, let's go over here and check some things out right quick. So I'm gonna just minimize the screen. So we're right in here. So we're gonna see if it's gonna play this time as far as live. So let's premium version, and you'll see some of the different ways to start. So you got 4 ways you can start. You can start from scratch. So this is your content that you can bring in. You can bring in your own photos, etc. You can use generate with AI. So you can use like the generative generative image, things like that, to create from an image where you tell the prompt what you want to do. And then you got explore quick actions. So if you click on explore quick actions, you will see some of the quick actions that we use in order to cut through the chase and get right to the point. And then we got browse templates. So they give you a number of templates that you can look at. So if we just click that, you'll see I can use some of these templates, take them into the program, manipulate them to suit what it is that I'm trying to do. Okay, so what I'm explaining here is when you manipulate a template, then you're making it your own. So you're going in there and changing the title. You may change the color, and Adobe Express provide all of those means to do those things. So let's continue. And they give you a variety of things to choose from, and then we can use that in order to get started. So let's go back, and now we're going to go over explore quick actions. As you see, we got quick actions. So if I want to bring, say, a photo in, I would bring a photo in, drop the background off real quick, and you see overall you can convert to GIF. You can logo maker, I can make logos, QR code generator. These are just quick actions that they took from other photos Adobe programs and put them right here in Adobe Express. You see I can generate an image, and this is where I would tell the prompt what I want my image to be, and then it would make the image according to what I want to tell AI that image should be. We got generate text effects. We got so many things in quick actions. So okay, those are quick actions. Now, quick actions is like we explained in the tutorial, where they pretty much compiled a lot of different actions from programs like Photoshop, Premiere, and a lot of Adobe CC products, and put them into quick actions that you can use, like creating a QR code. You can go in here and caption certain clips. Now, you don't get all the things that you might get in your more professional programs, but these are things that you can use as far as your mobile setups. And it's really, really, really a good program. So don't sleep on Adobe Express. So let's continue with a little more, play around with it, and see some of the things and how it can meet your needs. Then we can come out of there, and then we got generate with AI, and you see again we can generate an image. We could tell AI what we want to do. We can remove objects here. So if you want to add erase an object that might be in a picture, like somebody photobomb, you want to get it out of there, you can use this. These are pretty much like quick actions, AI quick actions. Okay, again, quick actions. These are shortcuts to the things that you might want to do. Be quick with it. And it is just so many different ways. So I'm pretty much just showing you the intro as far as some of the things that it offers. So we're going to continue, and then I'm going to let you see a couple more things on the landing page or the home page. And then we're going to move on inside of Adobe Express. And then you can learn more when you watch the full tutorial over on youtube.com. And you can insert an object, and then you see generate template. Again, that would take you to those templates I showed you earlier. And then generate text. And these are special effects as far as text, and you create some real unique stuff with that one. So don't sleep on that one. And then you can start from your content. And this is pretty much where you would take your own content and create from scratch. So what I want to do is, you see some other things down here where you say more ways to start. You see Instagram square posts, and this is where you would do something that you want to be exactly laid out to what you want it to be. So you see it say Instagram story, and then we got more down here on this end. It's animate characters. You can use animations, and these are some quick actions as well. And then you see some of the other templates that you get to choose from. Browse for your templates manually and pick a template that you might want to use in Adobe Express. Okay, so like I said, you can see the full tutorial over at youtube.com, Steps Express keyword, and we have other type of tutorials for a specific audience. Now I'm going to move on into the video so that you can see some of the other things that's available to you. So if you look under here, aside from your quick starts up top, you see I can pick for you. So I'm just going to show you how we go in here, and we found, just say we starting. I showed here where we use the AI generator, the AI image creator, to create images that we could choose from in order to start our project. But if we want to start from scratch, we could also start from scratch, and then I can go in here from scratch. Real cool. So I'm gonna hit something like this, just to get us started. I'm gonna pick a picture of Chicago just to get started. I'm gonna put it like so, and now I have a format I want to use, and then I want to put a little opacity on there. As you see, I got it right where I want it, and now I'm going to give me another image, so I can go to media, and then I can tell it female model, African American female model. It's give me a bunch of choices as far as the models I want to pick. So what I'm gonna do is bring the opacity up on here. I'm gonna go back out, and I'm gonna find me a nice picture that might suit what I'm trying to do here. Nothing crazy or way out, just something real mellow. So let's use her. So as you see, we got her nice and mellow, nice and Chicago looking, happy. And then I want to remove her background from her. So now we got a nice background right here. So I'm going to put her right over here. And then I'm going to make her a little bigger. Now, okay, so you see how we easily remove that background. Now that used to be a tedious job for graphic designers. Select tools, trying to erase your tools, trying to get the background off where you can still have your hair and everything clear, a clean cut as they call it. And you don't get as clean a cuts in Adobe Express as you might get in Photoshop, where you can do a little bit more in-depth editing in order to get your hairs and some of the more closer images to where you don't see it through the background. But Adobe Express does a really good job depending on the type of images that you use. So try to use good images with good clarity in them, and then you'll get a good cut or a good background remover. So let's move on into our creation. What I want to do is click me some text that will complement what we want to say, as far as what she might say about Chicago, or just say it's a tourist thumbnail that we did. So we might just want to click something like so. And as you see, this is all grouped together. So however I move this, it all moves together. And then I can bring it down. And then I can change my color of my fonts, everything separately, or I can do it all at once. And in this case, I'm just going to do it separately, save me some time. Okay, so what we want to show here is how you can use your fonts, and you get fonts that you can choose from, templates as they call it. But you can also still use your custom fonts, or you can customize or manipulate these templates like we introduced at the beginning of the video. You can manipulate almost anything that you use as far as templates, and that includes elements, that includes text, that includes so many different things that you might want to use inside of Adobe Express. So we're not going to stay here. We're going to move down a little bit. So we're going to show you how this layout is coming to life. So as you see it moving, and then I'm going to show you where you can put an image in there, a video in there, and something like that. So we're talking about a beach in Chicago in particular, and that's basically what my article is about. And the same thing, if I wanted to add anything out of my library, most of your stuff is in my library. So I can check it, images, I can check whatever's available. Okay, so your stuff, if you see in the menu on the left side at the top, you'll see your stuff. And these are your videos, these are your images or anything that you saved in your stuff, something that you might have made earlier that you may want to promote or that you may want to emphasize in your advertisement. So these are just the ways that you can bring it in. So you can bring in images, you can bring in video. So let's continue just a little bit more. As some of the things that we had available in this particular model, illustrations. So it's just so many things that we can add in projects, libraries, my vectors, or these are just some of the things that I had in my library. So again, like libraries, along with all of your other Adobe CC programs, you have libraries. So if I put some in my library in Photoshop, I can use it over here in Adobe Express. That goes for any libraries or anything that you put in libraries in your Adobe suite. You can access it in your Adobe Express program to use in your projects. So we're gonna move a little farther. Like I said, you can put video in here. You can put different things in here. So I'm gonna show you when we put just an element in here, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to change some of the fonts and text to show you different effects. And then I'm going to show you how we go get, you see, we put some filters on here so we can use different filters you can do. So as you see, that'll be a good promotion piece. And then I can go back here and you can see the different effects that you can do. Like I say, custom, grayscale, et cetera, et cetera. We can also do, where's the rest of my effects? Let's do this, adjustments. So you can see we can brighten that up, darken that up, give it a little more contrast, give Chicago a little more contrast, and play with the shadows. And then we could do color saturation, so I can have too much color, so I might want to do a little saturation there. I could make it warmer, or I can make it cooler. It looks much cooler for the daytime, which is usually cooler. And then I can blur it to cause a little depth of field, which is really a shadow depth of field, which is really making things pop when you use that shadow depth of field. Now, you notice we use the blur effect to get that shadow depth of field. Most of your cameras, like especially 4K, you want to have that shadow depth of field when you're doing video, and it'll make it pop. It's the same with graphics. Sometimes you want to put a little blur on your background image, and it'll make your image pop. Just like you see her, she's much more emphasized than if we just had the background and the foreground picture with the same visuals. So that blur helps a lot. It also makes the text pop. So these are just some of the things that we can do in order to make things happen. So you can see the full tutorial over at AdobeExpress over on youtube.com. Now let's move on up to where we go out and get elements. So Adobe Express has elements that you can use, and we're going to show you how that can be helpful to your presentation or your advertisement, thumbnail, whatever it is that you create. Let's view some icons. So we could put some like a little wavy hand or just a telephone or something. And then I can go in here and I can do my animations if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do no animations. Just so many different things that you can do. You can change the field color. So I could change that to a blue. Let's change it to a blue. And then let's just like come down here. Let's make it smaller. And then we could say, contact our call center. So let's go into add text and just say, contact Okay, so we're going to write contact call center. As we see, we didn't use the text templates. We're actually typing our text in. Then we're going to manipulate that text. So if I move down to where you can see different things with that text, you'll see that we pretty much put it down at the bottom. And now you'll see if we wanted to contact, say, that call center, we manipulated that text, we manipulate the color, and now you see it in white. So you can get the full tutorial on how we use these things, the tools that Adobe Express is providing over youtube.com, keyword Steppers Express. So let's finish this up. And then we got a contact number in there, and we can bring this up a little higher now. And now you got your nice little poster, advertising Chicago. You write your little something in here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So as you see, what we did, we manipulated all of these different tools to suit the way we want to customize our image. And we did those things. We could add things, we could take things out. And we just showing you that, like I said, don't sleep on Adobe Express. It's a real powerful punch. They got a free version and then they got a premium version. I would suggest that you get the premium version, but you could start off with the free just to play around with it and watch the tutorials and play around with it and get the feel for it. And then you can purchase the premium. So again, you can find the full video on how I used all these tools over at youtube.com. Type in the keyword Steppers Express. Now I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be done. Like I said, I have target audiences depending on the tutorials that I make. Lately, I've been making a lot of things for Steppers Express because I'm targeting that audience because I feel the need to present these things in that particular environment because I want to see those things used and I want to share that experience with the people in that environment. Now, I go to other environments and I share so many different things, so many different ways. So I'm not going to put nothing out that's not suitable for my target audience. So if we go into some of the other things that you see me present, I've also presented some things in Photoshop, some things in Premiere, some things in Wirecast. So we don't have to go over the whole line or the arsenal of what we use as far as graphic design and video production or AI tools. It's so many. We just want to share them with you, use them to your benefit, watch some of the tutorials. And if you don't watch my tutorials, you can go over to youtube.com and watch some other people's tutorials. Just type in what it is that you're interested in and it should come up. So I just wanted to share that with you today. I'm not going to keep you any longer. My name is Dan Lamb Pro. It's always a pleasure. Again, go over to youtube.com and type in Steppers Express, and then you can see the tutorial in its entirety. Till next time, I'm Dan Lamb Pro. Peace.